So, just as a heads up, I didn't have a script for this video, so I will keep forgetting what I'm talking about in the middle of almost every sentence. So if you want a more coherent experience, you can mute the video and read the occasional text, because I had to clarify what I'm saying so many times that I basically explained the entire thing. Anyway. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So, I might be alone on this, but I feel like Gateway is just way too small for the amount of playables we are getting at this point. And not just the amount of different playables we have, but also because of the size of the playables we have. Like, ever since the start of this Rex Horde test, the game feels more and more luck based. Like, you have to get lucky to survive, and you have to get really lucky to survive, unless you are playing on like a basically empty server. Like, you're just bound to run into an adult. I don't know, maybe it's just my experience, maybe I've been just getting in very, very unlucky, but I don't know, I feel like it's just far too luck reliant. And I think the solution is a bigger map. Also, don't worry about this, I had to pause the video and continue, and I kind of forgot what I was saying. So I had to watch the last recording and continue off of that. Anyway, to explain what this V3 map with the lines drawn on it is supposed to mean, I think V3 was almost perfect. Even like, especially with how the game is now, I think we need a like an improved remake of V3. Did I say Gateway just now? Just then? I don't know. I will mix them up. Just when I'm praising the map, I'm probably talking about V3. I don't know, maybe it's because I have nostalgia for it, but I really do think it's just a better survival map. And I will get to that in a minute. So what these lines are, this is supposed to be like an extended beach area in all three sides. So like behind every mountain there would be a like a large beach area, and uh, the reason for the purpose of those beach areas is to function as a sanctuary basically. But like, I mean, I guess it can also work like the sanctuaries we have in the game now, where you are basically hard forced to just leave that area once you reach a certain size, but I don't think that's necessary, because this would be a big area, and uh, the smaller juveniles would just have a better chance at hiding away or just leaving the area because of what I'm gonna explain in a minute. So basically, I think these areas should be like this spawn areas for most animals, and by most I mean like anything that isn't semi-aquatic. So Dino would spawn somewhere along this river, like randomly, anywhere within this river. Not just, oh, they just spawn here or here. No, they would be able to spawn anywhere here as long as it's like connected to the rest of the river, or even here. Like, actually, maybe that's an even better idea. Maybe they should just spawn in these like smaller areas, and then they too should uh, travel inland, basically, the bigger they grow. So that's basically the idea for every playable, by the way. So these areas, these like sanctuary-esque areas that are just beaches where you spawn in, uh, would have really small AI, like crabs, chickens, rabbits, tacos, uh, and like further you go from the actual beach, the bigger the AI would get. So slightly up the mountain, there would be boars and deer, and like in the flatter areas beneath the mountains, there would be galleys, and the biggest AI would be Dibbles, and they would basically be anywhere in this circle. By the way, this circle is like the size of the entire gateway map, I'm pretty sure. And they would be very like spread out. So you wouldn't just have one clan here. Like the way it functions on gateway now, and I'm pretty sure it will be changed, but I don't think it'll be enough. So the way it functions now in the horde test is all the dibbles spawn here, and it gets controlled by the biggest clan that has the biggest dinosaurs at the moment. And this would kind of solve that. So, like, let's say there's like four different clans controlling this entire area, kind of. Solo players would still be able to like get around here and pick off the other like smaller playable smaller AI or just smaller players even then, and I don't think like any clan would be able to control like the entire size of Gateway, by the way. That's just not gonna happen. The clans will at most just be the same way they were in Legacy and just stay around here. Like they would just be here, and the entire rest of the map would basically be unbothered by them because like they wouldn't just control all the food. But yeah, so another thing, the entrances to the beach wouldn't just be around the mountains, at least not for the most part. That's what this is. That's what this is. This area is. I don't know why I said that like three times, but yeah, there would be like a either underground or just a lower area where you can walk through, or just as I said, a tunnel that you can walk through, or you can go like enter or leave through here, but or just even have tunnels here. Like you can do a lot with mountains. Anyway, and even above mountains, you should be able to just be on top of mountains. Like in Legacy, you kinda could, but it was really difficult. Like I remember every time I grew a Rex, basically I would just come here. Like there was like a flat area here that you can go to, and no one would go there. So I would just sit there and watch YouTube videos on my second monitor as I grew a Rex, and all the AI would just spawn on me, and I would be able to just feed myself entirely off of like the AI that spawned in, all the way up until I was like a fully grown Rex. But I don't think you'll be able to do that in game now. Uh, Especially with the idea that I'm proposing, which is tiny stuff spawn here, galley-sized stuff, and maybe like Dialos. I don't think there should be predator AIs, by the way. That's just like even the AI we have now, I think is fine. Like maybe we can get Tenno AI, but I don't feel like we should get a lot of large AI dinosaurs. That they should be completely reserved for players, in my opinion. At least in officials, like maybe they can make other AI dinosaurs, but I'm kind of against it. I don't like everything being AI, and this being like a completely single player game. Like at least not on online servers. Maybe you can make a single player version where every other dinosaur has AI, but I'm kind of getting off topic anyway. So this area would be mostly a beach, but also like have the areas that are at least visually like the current sanctuaries, like with dense vegetation that stuff can hide in. So it wouldn't just be luck based. You would be able to see something, like see a slightly larger juveniles and hide from it or run away from it or just leave the area and still be in the same biome. Like let's say you're like a small fresh spawn Rex, and you run into a slightly larger juvenile allo in here, and then you kind of just go all the way here, run all the way here, and start living here, you basically crossed the entire length of, or well, width maybe, I don't know how big exactly Gateway is, but just off of like guessing, like making an educated guess, it's like this big. Gateway is basically this big. So imagine like going across the entire Gateway map and still being in the same biome. I think that would be a lot more immersive and just a lot more fair because you don't have to constantly fight or just constantly rely on getting lucky to survive. And I think the game would just feel a lot better. And also, like, yeah, there should be more player slots in a map like this, like, since it's a lot bigger than Gateway, and a lot of the players will be a lot more spread out, since like the map's design and how the AI spawns, or at least should spawn, in my opinion, would just make it easier anyway. But like if you want PvP, you could just go here. You know, you could just like you want to fight Spinos, go here. Like hang out around here if you want to fight Spinos, or like here, whatever. Or if you want to fight Rexes, you go to literally anywhere in the map in this middle section. I don't know. I didn't prepare like a even the scrappiest script. I can't speak. Anyway, I didn't prepare anything for this video. I'm just kind of yapping. I I've been feeling like making a video like this for a while. Not like a really bad video that this is now, but I just wanted to talk about this. I don't know if anyone else thinks the same way that I do about the lack of size Gateway has. Because remember, it's gonna be even worse when the stuff like Shant and Kamara comes along, because in Legacy they were the biggest things, and even now they will be the biggest things around in the map in Gateway. And unless they make it smaller, like unless they make it Legacy sized, they are both gonna be like twice the size of our X, by the way. So these are massive animals that are gonna be living with a lot much smaller animals in a really tiny map. And I think we just need a far larger map than Gateway. I mean, I like Gateway, and it was fine when the largest land carnivore we had was Carno, but like Rex is 10 times its size almost. I guess not, but it's like 9 times its size anyway. You get what I'm saying. Man, this has been a terrible video, but I think I said everything that I wanted to say. If you guys managed to make out what I'm trying to tell you, because I've done a terrible job, because as I said, I don't have a script right now. Uh, if if you guys managed to understand anyway, please tell me your opinions on it in the comments. I would like to discuss with you all. That's kind of the point of these videos. I like talking to people. I like writing paragraphs in the comment sections of different videos. So feel free to do that. Feel free to just argue with me. I like doing that. Or if you just agree with me, just say you do, I guess. It would make me feel better. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you guys on whatever the next video is. Goodbye.